Now, Russia will not supply its advanced air defense missile systems to Iran. The chief of staff of the Russian armed forces says Moscow shelved the plan because the missiles fall under the latest UN sanctions on Iran. RT's Natalia Novikova has the details.
According to Russia's chief of staff, Russia is not anymore going to sell its S-300 anti-missile defense systems to Iran due to the recently imposed by the UN Security Council sanctions against the country's nuclear program. And those sanctions suggest that any sales of conventional weapons should be limited to the country, including military planes, military helicopters, tanks, and of course anti-missile defense shields. Now, the initial agreement between Moscow and Tehran was signed back in 2007 when Russia has agreed to sell 5 sets of S-300s to the country. Now the decision has been reversed, but according to Russia's chief of staff, whether this contract will be cancelled altogether will depend on Iran's actions. We're still waiting to hear from Iran on this decision of the Russian authorities, but Russia has already once postponed the delivery of S-300 missiles to Iran last winter, and the decision was not at all welcomed in Iran, so it is unlikely that it will be welcomed this time. But Russia and Iran cooperate in the sphere of peaceful nuclear energy. Recently, they built together a nuclear plant, the first nuclear plant in Iran, in the city of Bushehr. So it does look like there's a strong cooperation between the two countries in that sphere. So we still have to hear from Iranian authorities.
Igor Hokhlov from the Moscow-based Institute of World Economy and International Relations says that Russia's decision to stop selling missiles to Iran will be a serious blow to Iran's defense capabilities.
Iran is totally dependent on its contract with Moscow if it wants to provide security for its airspace, and there is no other way to get similar missiles but to purchase them from Russia. Russian S-300 complex, it's not only missiles, those are launch pads, those are radar facilities and so on, is the state-of-the-art equipment, and international experts all agree to that. I guess it will affect the relations with current Ahmadinejad regime in Iran, but I think Iranian authorities have to understand the message from international community. They have to change something in their attitude towards the outer world, and they have to think twice before going on with their nuclear program.